Hey, it's RJ from Ellis Family Motorcycle and ATV Repair. Let's see if we can get these carburetors in that itty bitty living space over there. All right, let's get started. All right, let's see if we can get these carburetors back into this 1973 CB350. I'm going to take a little bit of spray silicone. Probably a little bit too soon for this, but we have high hopes that these will go in fairly easy, maybe. There's just no good way of getting these in there. It's hard to get them started. I don't think we can cheat. Put these in first. So, and then shovel them in. Yep, note to self when putting those in there that they are flip-flopped. I kind of did see that when I originally put them on there, but I guess I didn't really think about it at first. So pay attention to how you take your intake boots off. These, you don't rotate them the wrong way. As far as the numbers go, it probably doesn't matter as long as you have them rotated the right direction, because they all look exactly the same, other than the orientation of them. So I mean, if you took that one, you put it upside down, it kicks these holes off just a little bit. So all right, let's get back to putting these carburetors in. Let's see what we can get it done. All right, so before I put those carburetors on with airbox on there, I thought I better try and make sure that they went on the intake boots before we try shoving them in there. And we found out, which I'll put a sub in the video, that these intake boots could be flip-flopped the wrong direction. Because things weren't lining. I could tell that things weren't going to line up. There we go. Now let's hope we can get that air box on. Oh, we're not on all the way over here. Okay. All right, let's see if we can get this. What we're going to do is this. So I'm hoping by taking this ring off, which I can open it up and put it on later, that I can get this slide past. Trying to get that to slide past this. Oh, trying to find a good combination here. I liked it better on the other side. Okay, let's see if we can loosen up this battery box. Push it back just a little bit. That's what I had to do to get it out of there. There's a mount over here that we're gonna gently move out of the way. Excuse me. Oh, you know, I bet you tighten that back up. That's probably why that is like that. There we go. Here, I'll show you what we did over here. So there's one mount that comes up from the bottom here. It's got a spacer and stuff. And I had it loose once before, just spin it down in here, but there's this 14 millimeter nut here. I must have tightened it back up. I couldn't get it to move. So we got that to move. Hopefully that'll give us dropped a washer down in here and wanted to make sure it didn't go in the breather box. That goes up there. All right, try this again. One of those deals where you're so close, yet so far away. All right, now we're making progress. Maybe. I'll work them up. All right. Just kind of get everybody starting. Work them on there. So you don't roll one of them. It's always the middle ones that are always the most difficult ones. sometimes. A little lube here, see if we can get them to pop on that way. They're almost there. I'm gonna get something to there we go. Oh, you can see down in there. But those pretty well seated in there. There we go. I'm gonna do the same to the other side. Took these pliers here and just kind of grabbed a hold of them a little bit to kind of give myself a little help on the push. And this middle one is still kind of screwed up. If I could just push on the one, it'd probably pop right on there. Yeah, this choke is kind of in the way. Always got to have one in every group. It's got to fight you. It's all about, you just can't quite get your hand in there to push it on there. Can't really, you know what? Well, sometimes you gotta start all over. Let's move that one up real good. You want to be careful grabbing a hold of them, you can tear them. That's what I'm doing right now, but you gotta be right on the bottom, not on the top. There we go. Well, now we're starting to work it on there. Old rubbers, you gotta kind of work with them a little bit. Now, see, we stayed on the other side. Just all right. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see in the video. You want them, there's that rib right there. You want them as close, if not right on top of the rib as you can. Screwdriver for that instead of a flap. Get that one down so you can screw it around it. The main thing you want to know, really watch for, is to make sure when you tighten them up that they don't pop back off of there. Still don't like this. There we go. Another one. Okay, take you guys over to the other side. Kind of the same situation. Okay. Let me get a pair of those pliers back again. Kind of finesse that middle one on this side too. It's probably on there good enough, but looks like it's just kind of the way the rubber's being made. I'm on the bottom. There we go. Let's see what that looks like. Whoops. Gonna give them a wiggle test, see if they're gonna pull off. Now the second bit is, if you look down in there, is another little boot there that I'm going to try to finesse up. It's supposed to go to the air box, but you have to try to sit there straight. I gotta get that boot back on there. get a pick in here, don't poke a hole in it, and just see. Keep on working it, kind of like putting it on like a tire or something. Some of it's stuck down in the... There we go. Let me see what you guys can even see what's going on over here. And this rubber on this. Get a little more slip and glide there. Well, I'm going to keep on doing YouTube videos. I'm going to invest in a better stand. All right, there we go. Put a little slip and glide on there. And we got her on there. Check it out from the other side. Make sure the bottom's on all the way. And we got to try to figure out how to get the clamp. Get the clamp in there, but I'll do the same trick. There we go. I'll just have the air box or the battery box where it's supposed to be at too. That. That washer that fell off earlier. All right, video stopped there for a minute. So when we're back, it doesn't look like you missed out on much. Put the battery box back in there. Now we got to try to get this clamp on. Well, bending it all up. There's that. One thing about these bike rides. Alright, I think we're back. We run out of space on the old phone to make videos. Alright, so we're still trying to get this screw in this clamp here. And where I left you off, I was doing a little dropsy. Okay. Problem when you do clamps is trying to get them come together so you can get the bolt in it. And not drop the screw. There we go. All right, now we can line it up. I gotta say, these went on a lot easier than I thought they were going to too. I didn't think I could get that earbox go in there like that. I thought I was gonna try to put them all in at once. But we got it, so we're all good. Let's see, I'm gonna get a, those seem to be a little bit smaller screw. Well, that don't fit real well either. Okay. Go with the good old flathead. There we go. Always want to make sure your boots and stuff are all on straight and your clamps are on straight. One of the deals, you don't want to over tighten these because you'll strip them out. All right, we'll move around on the other side here. Okay, and we have the hoses for them. Put back on. If they should leak, we don't want them. Oh. Those ends are pretty hard. There we go. These getting caught. I think we're gonna replace all this. All right, that'll be fine for now. I'll dig it out of there and get some new hose for the drain tubes. Should be hoses on the bottom. Let's get this throttle hooked up. Yeah, get it turned around here. All right. Well, I clean up all these threads and stuff here a little bit. Let me get some penetrating oil. All right, I had to go get some penetrating oil here. We're gonna try to clean off all this rust off of these as best as we can. Should I grab another number 10 wrench while I was over here? I don't want it to go up that high. Probably should grab two number 10 wrenches. Craftsman wrench and an SK wrench working together. All we're really doing is busting off all this rust and stuff, so we need to adjust this one way or another we can. Well, fighting it on the bike here. Yeah, it'll also make it look a little bit better. We were fully restoring this thing. We did. Probably should have to take all this apart, but if you guy really wanted to, you could take all this apart and stick it in an ultrasonic tank. Probably be all good to go. See, now we can turn it with our hands now. Get all that rust off of there. All right. All right, now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to lube this cable up a little bit. And that's what this thing is for. It's closed on one end. In there, you stick your cable in there. Get this nut out of the way as far as we can. Stick that in there like that. And clamp this down. There's a little hole in here. There's some, well, this has got a mixer into it. I forgot. Some cable lube. Stick that in. Oh. Stick that in there like that. Hold it up like that. Yeah, something's gonna leak out the top, but it's the only way you're gonna. See, it's even bubbling out the bottom. Bubbling right there. So we know we're getting, it's one of those deals where you're gonna waste some lube to get some in there, but you guys should really lube his cables, you know, every once in a while. If you can, you should get to both sides. But I mean, even that right there has helped. A lot of times where they're fix you guys there, knocked you off the bench. But anyway, I don't know exactly where I ended off, but you can see this thing is just working way better than what it was. But a guy really should lube his cables every once in a while. I mean, not to say they don't get rusty up in here, but generally it's down here in the end. So, get you guys moved back around here. All right. Now let's see. Gotta have this one. Oh, that's not right. Yeah, I guess it is. Just those are funny looking. Okay. All right. Well, that's almost what we want. These cables are old, so they're pretty stretched out. Oops. A little tighter. Keep on screwing it in there until we find the right. You want a little bit of free play in there, but you don't want that much free play in there. You want these banjo string tight. You got to have a little bit of free play, or you're going to hold your carburetors open. Still a lot of free play in that. Well, like I said, these cables are see if there's got any more up here at the handlebar. Not a whole lot, it doesn't look like. Of course, that's number 8, not number 10. Well, it's open at full throttle. It's got a little extra free play in there that I don't necessarily like, but like I said, these cables, I'm all out of adjustment, so they're just stretched. That was down. This. There you go. So we got those clamps done, I am going to have to put on probably new hoses or reroute these hoses around for the bottom. But other than that, that's how you put on carburetors. We got this mount we got to move back. See if we can find the nut and stuff for that. I think it'd be laid right there on the bench, wouldn't you? Oh, might have a customer coming in. Yeah, just the mail guy. Heard car door slamming. I'm the last stop before the main road, so sometimes they stop at mine and rearrange their stuff in their car before they go on the main road. So, all right, well, there's that. Those. I'm going to take these two out, get that bracket to move. I got to tighten this one back up. I don't have a number 12 over here, so I'm going to have to go get another 12mm socket. Maybe. Apparently we don't have it in the right spot. Done. There you go. I like the batteries are dying in the old Milwaukee. All right, there we go. I'll get you guys flip back around. Okay, all we gotta do now is try not to lose our camera on the floor. is put this air filter back together, which that's easy enough. That slides back in there like that, and then this holds it all. Whoops. Holds that all in there tight. This says front onto it, so it's got to go like this, but it looks like I don't think it can go any other way. And there you go. Oh. Probably gonna have to edit that out. All right, so there we go. Only thing I didn't put the tubes on the bottom for the drains yet. I've got some of the correct size, but to get all 4 carburetors, it's gonna run me right out of stock. And I don't want to run right out of stock in case I need a little piece of it. So I'm just gonna order some more hose in, and then we can make some new lines there. But outside of that, I'm waiting for parts for the brake caliper. We're still waiting for a battery on this, but the carburetors are on there. Probably the next time you see us, we'll probably we'll rebuild the master cylinder and maybe clean out the fuel tank. But with that said, I need you guys to like, share, and comment below. I'm going to try to put some of the tool links of some of the tools that we used in the description below. And why, of course, those tool links help us out here in the shop. And so with that said, hope everybody has a great day and keep on wrenching.